Hi Weverse, it's Gracie. I am so excited to be talking with you right now. Thank you for joining my Weverse live today. I'm currently, how would I describe how I'm feeling right now? I'm in bed, as you can see. I wanted to answer your questions from a setting where my day had ended so that I could be entirely present in answering these questions. So excuse me, I know I should brush my hair probably. And anyway, hi. Thank you for listening to The Secret of Us, my new album that just came out this past week. It has made me so emotional to connect with you on this album in particular, and I'm really excited because I get to answer some of your questions that you submitted. So that's the plan for a little while, if you're cool with that. I have a lot of questions in front of me, so I'm just gonna read them. Okay, this first question says, hi, how are you doing, Gracie? Congrats on your new album release. Thank you. My question is, what were you doing when the album came out to the world, and how does it feel to have so many people streaming your album? Thank you so much for listening to it. That's so generous. Okay, the night that the album came out, we played, my band and I played Kimmel, and we played 4 songs, and it was the first time that we had played some of those live ever. And then right after that, Audrey's my best friend and my roommate, and we co-wrote a bunch of these songs together. And this album has kind of been like just such an important part of the past year, and also is like symbolic of our friendship. Anyway, it came out 9 a.m. Pacific time, so we went to dinner and we shared a burger and we had a glass of wine and we gave each other album release gifts, and it was awesome. It was just like really sweet. It was right in our neighborhood, and we sat outside and we both cried. Anyway, thank you for your question. Okay, this next question says, how is Weenie doing? This is a very important question. Thank you for asking. He's doing so well. I'm not with him right in this moment. If I was, I would turn the camera and leave him to talk to you guys for a while. He's great. He's in LA. I just love him more than anything. You know who also loves him in the way that I do is Audrey. I think she maybe has more pictures of him on her phone than I do. Thank you for asking. This next question says, how did it feel to sing Us for the first time at the Eras tour with Taylor? I was there and I sobbed. Oh my God, that makes me so happy that you were there. We had so much fun, honestly. We'd never played it, obviously, and the song just came out 2 days prior, and we hadn't sung it together since we wrote it, and I missed doing that so much. I didn't realize how much I missed doing it till we were like rehearsing for, a minute backstage. She's the best. She's the greatest. She's so generous. Her words in her music and just in general always make me emotional. So to share in like such an unbelievable night that was, and like feat of hers, to accomplish all those shows at Wembley, and to like the energy of the stadium was so electric, and also the people that were there just who love and support her, both, her fans and her friends and family. It was just, I felt really grateful to be there and really like lucky to be included. Okay, this next question says, what helps you to write music when you're in a funk? Wow, well, in the past it's been journaling. Anytime I'm in a funk, not even just when I'm trying to write music, but in general, I've always throughout my life turned to writing in another form, because that just helps my brain process things. But as of late, I think as of moving in with Audrey, what I love to do more than anything is have a good conversation with her. And then I totally feel clearer. I love that you always post some poems on your story. Have you ever thought about writing a poetry book? I would be the first to buy it. I love you so much. I love you so much too. I have never thought about I've never thought about that in a real way, but I could, in theory, imagine myself collecting ones that I've written, potentially. I think it's like that would be really, really amazing if if one day I feel like that's where I want to focus more of my attention, or like divide it, I guess, a little bit. I love writing. I feel like so many of my journal entries, the format, weirdly, I feel like the poetry has influenced my line breaks and my journaling, and sometimes I'm like, and my nightmare, I think, is publishing any journal entries, because that just feels insane to me today. But like, some of them read like poems to me sometimes, just the cadence. So who knows? Who knows? Thank you for saying that you would support it, though. That's very kind. Oh, this question I like. How did you pick the colors of the vinyl variants? Every single color embodies the album so perfectly. Thank you. I'm glad that you feel that way. I was just like, which colors make me happy and remind me of the songs, which is maybe an entirely predictable answer, but that was what it was. This question says, I was wondering if after this album you plan to explore new music genres or even different styles of production, and what is your favorite part about producing on a song? I hope to constantly evolve and like, yeah, I think I know what sounds make me feel excited right now, and they're different a little bit for sure from what The Secret of Us sounds like. Yeah, I definitely think inherently I will change. Like, if I don't, I will be concerned about myself. My favorite part about producing a song, on this past album, this was the first time that I co-produced on everything, and I think a lot of what I loved so much about it, this time around at least, was like being thoughtful and specific about sounds that I felt like really emphasized and highlighted the narrative and the lyrics. I don't know how else to totally describe that right now in this very moment, other than like, I think it's a real privilege to gain the vocabulary to then like be able to articulate exactly what's in your head. And I think I have way more practice doing that with lyrics versus production, and I'm very lucky to have a, collaborator and friend and mentor in Aaron Dusner, who has been so encouraging of me, getting my hands in everything. And like, not everyone in the world is that generous of spirit. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you for asking. What inspired you to write Gave You, I Gave You I? Because tonight I was going to cry all week because of this. Because I thought I was, sorry, I might have my glasses on. Okay, tell us what inspired you to write Gave You, I Gave You I, because I thought I was going to cry all week because of this song. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you too. Oops, sorry. Okay, what inspired me? So I was talking about this earlier, actually, where this particular song kind of spooks me a little bit, because it was the first one that Aaron and I made together when I got to Long Pond the first time around the process of making this album. At that point, Audrey and I had written Risk and I Knew It, I Know You, and I think like 2 others. But this song was I like landed at Long Pond. It was late, wrote the song with Aaron, and it was about the end of a relationship that had barely begun. So it was this weird kind of like, I don't know, it ended up feeling like some like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, it just felt strange, months down the line, sort of, I guess, ish. Nothing in any of these songs is ever literal also, but this particular song, it gives me some weird kind of chills. I love this song so much. I love the production on it, and I love the tone of it, and that's just me. If you can describe the album in a single word, what would it be? Wistful, I think. Wistful. Hey Gracie, what do you think was the most fun song to write on the album? I love you too. The most fun. It's hard to pick because we had such a good time. Risk, there was something undeniable. This was the first one that Audrey and I were like, we love this together. We love doing this together. I mean, we had known at that point, but we wrote Risk and we were like, oh my God. And that just feels like a drug. I don't know how to describe it. Like, talking about it doesn't do it justice, even in the slightest, but such a lucky thing, especially with, it's lucky regardless of who you're with, but when it's with your best friend and you already have this like super core, wildly important, like crucial for me in my life relationship, to then be like, oh, we are gonna write together and collaborate and we enjoy that, like that's so cool. So they were all a blast. Which of these lyrics from the new songs do you have a deep connection with? Like you relate to the most, or you would describe the song with just this lyric? Oh. I mean, I think there's, like I could highlight one in every song. All of Free Now is one that I'm really proud of. I think, I love You Were Straight Up With Me, You Were So Kind, but I knew what you knew. Honey, Great Minds. I love that. I love it. It was harsh because I lost what I wanted. Like, it's just, that one's really honest, and it's just comes from a place of no anger and just kind of like understanding of each person's separate journeys, I suppose. How do you come up with your lyrics and melodies? Is there a certain approach to get there? I wish that would be cool if there was like a formula every time. Maybe that would make it not exciting though. But like, it's just so based on like what feels inspiring at any given time. And then like, sometimes there's a specific sound that can trigger like imagery that could then lead to lyrics. Often it's like chords and then a melody. But I don't know, I think I'm lucky that I feel so inclined to write as often as I do, because if I ever feel stuck, I quickly reference my journals or like even my texts with my friends sometimes. Yeah. What was your favorite bridge to write on The Secret of Us? I could name so many because they were all so fun. Like the writing process for the bridge on Us, I loved, and I have always loved Taylor's bridges, and so to be actively writing one with her was just really the best time. And then the Let It Happen bridge is one of my favorite pieces of anything that I've ever been a part of. I feel the same way about the I Love You, I'm Sorry bridge. I love the bridge on Blowing Smoke. They were all fun. I love writing bridges, to be honest. Oh my God, I need glasses so bad. Actually, how do you decide which songs make it on an album and which ones don't? It sort of becomes clear, at least with this album, I could speak to that. It became kind of clear which songs belonged together and which are related, but not necessarily one of, I don't know, not like first tier, and not because of quality, but almost because of like style or like narrative a little. I don't know. It's strange. Honestly, with this album, the deluxe songs, I thought I had them, and then I didn't have them. Just a second. I am doing something for work. One sec. Sorry, that was my brother Augie. Okay, next question. And then, wait. Yeah, okay. These are so fun. Wait. Oh, what's the oldest song on The Secret of Us? Risk. And it felt right that we put that one out first. I've taken up so much of your time, I feel like, on this live. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for caring about this album for even 5 seconds. Thank you for listening to the songs and reading the lyrics and writing to me in response to these songs. It just like feels like a really lucky point of connection in my life right now to people who I think are really rad and who I respect a lot. And I'm just grateful that I get to know you and that you're in my life. Like, that's amazing, and I'm just so lucky. So thank you for listening to this album. Thank you for accepting me in this disheveled state. I just honestly really wanted to like talk as directly to you as possible after this day. I miss you. I don't know. I adore you. I can't wait to be in the same room and like sing and scream together, hopefully as soon as humanly possible, you know? And until then, just thank you for your support. I love you. And thank you for your thoughtful questions. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Love you. Bye.